Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, September 9th, and today is the Monday recap, where we basically go over where we stand heading into the week for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, and MSTY. I guess my voice is going to get groggier. I think I'm getting sick, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. So what you see on the screen, to my confusion from last week, what CONY was doing, possible credit call spreads. Yeah, I guess that's a thing. So there's a new prospectus. If you go to the website and you click any of these funds, these are all of the covered call ETFs. I'm assuming it's all of them, but the main ones are there. Even the ones that are not even like Berkshire is still there. Like, are they still like thinking of doing that one? I don't know. I guess anything that's out there, anything that's filed. So what did they file? So it says effective immediately, each fund will at times opportunistically, I guess that's the key word here, sell a credit call spread. Okay? So it's basically saying at their leisure, when they feel the time is right, they will essentially buy a call with a strike price above, the weekly call price that they choose. And the whole point of this is to capture some of the upside that they could lose out on. So, and again, I'll go through the prospectus and then we could talk about it. All right, so I highlighted kind of the important parts. It says rather than capping a fund's potential gains, the fund may experience greater upside participation. Continuing on. All right, the sub-advisor will primarily employ this opportunistic strategy when it believes that the share price of its underlying security is likely to rise significantly in the short term. And they're saying following, these are examples, following a substantial sell-off, just like last week, right? So that's why they did it on CONY or Coin, or overall positive market news. So that part I like. So, when you're thinking like something big's happening and it's kind of obvious, although it's never obvious, but you know what I mean? Like, you think it's going to be, it's sold off too much basically. And when they sell the calls on the weekly, the premium that they get, it's not enough. So they have to go tight. So these, sometimes there are examples where this strategy could work. Anyway, in green, additionally, the sub-advisor may use this strategy in other scenarios if the market is undervaluing further out of the money options, rather, relative to near the money options. So this means basically what I just said. So if further out of the money options are not worth a damn, and they have to go closer to the money, which we always complain about, then they'll employ this strategy. They'll basically sell calls, at or close to the money, and then they'll do they'll buy a call, with a strike price slightly above that, hence, making the credit call spread. All right. What else? What does it say under monthly distributions? I didn't even read this. In addition to the income-seeking methodology, I think it just says they can capture more profits, but whatever. All right. So here's a new table here. Here's short call option strategy, 0 to 15%. We knew that. 1 month or less expiration dates. We knew that. Obviously, they employed the 2-week on Nvidia not that long ago. So no change on that part. Here's the purchased call options contracts. Again, it says opportunistic strategy. They make sure to say that because this is not something that they're going to do every week. They have, I guess they have this chart is its own thing. So what do we got here? It says out of the money. Yep. Strike price that is above the strike price. Yeah. So it just says it's above the strike price of essentially, the short call. So nothing exciting there. And then it says this prospectus, it's basically amending and restating the principal investment strategies disclosures under the heading additional information about the funds. So obviously, they're basically just saying this part of the prospectus replaces the same part of the other prospectus. All right, I'm not going to read all of that jazz. So here's some more information. Look at this. They made sure to make this in bold. It says, however, this strategy may nonetheless still limit the degree to which the fund fully participates in such increases, as the fund will not participate directly or indirectly in any appreciation between the strikes of the sold call options and bought call options. So basically, if they sell a call at 100 and they buy a call at 105 and it closes at 102, you ain't getting shit. That's what they're saying, right? So if it goes above the 105, then of course you're gonna capture some upside. So they just want to make sure anything in between, that's a dead area. That's a dead zone. So here's some, another chart which shows you basically, the examples. With a slow rise in share price, we increase in NAV. Okay, duh. With a decline in share price, there's a decline in NAV. And then it shows outperformance versus underlying security, outperformance versus underlying security. So they're saying currently we outperform the underlying in a slow rise environment and in the declining environment. And then it says, what about significant price appreciation? Obviously, yes, increase in fund NAV, but it has a significant underperformance versus the underlying. We know this very much so, especially in the example of TSLY. So what does this change? Well, in the first two, nothing changes. But if you look at the bottom, all they're saying is when there's a significant price appreciation, yes, increase in fund NAV still, but instead of significant underperformance, it's now just underperformance to underlying security. So it basically says you're not going to get your ass kicked anymore. You're just going to get punched in the face. So, yeah, I guess that's a little better. People wanted this. And here's, they have examples. I mean, I have to say they are doing a much better job explaining this in their prospectus. I don't remember seeing all this stuff, although it's getting a little complicated, more and more complicated. The more and more crap they add, to be honest, which is, a pain in the ass. I liked it before. It was a little more simple. But, this could help. It's definitely going to help TSLY, that's for sure. And then crypto ones, I don't know. We got to think about this. All right, so here's an example. They sell a covered call. The underlying security share price is 100. All right, they sell a call. This is the weekly call, 105. You get premium of $2, right? Woohoo. All right, so they're saying outcome is the underlying security increases to 110, right? So what happens, right? We get the $2, right? And then we lose out on the $5, right? Anything above the 110. Says the fund does not participate in the underlying security, gain above the 105. Okay? So total gain, you get the $5 gain from 100 to 105 plus $2 in premium. All right, so that's the first strategy, the current strategy. Opportunistic strategy says, okay, you have a $100 current price. You sell a call, 100, nothing new there. And then they purchase the call. This is, creating the credit call spread. They purchase a call, buy a call at 102.50. All right, net premium received, though, it still shows $2. But when they purchase the call at 102.50, that's going to eat away at the premium. There's no mention of that here. But, all right, so here's the outcome. Obviously, same thing, goes to 110. So what happens when it goes to 110? Well, anything above 102.50, we capture that upside. So it shows a number 3. Basically, you capture 750 from that. So they're basically saying the total gain here is 750 plus the $2 premium, which is 950. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, they're not counting the amount of money it costs to buy the call. But whatever. All right, anything else here? Conclusion, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, this prospectus, for whatever reason, my phone is still not working. I can't pull the full prospectus. So I had to get on my computer, then send it to myself and highlight it. I'll save this file in the the prospectus channel on the Discord with what I highlighted if it helps you guys. But long story short, they changed the strategy or updated the strategy to capture possible upside when, if funds seem to drastically jump up. Okay? So I had to cover that. Sorry to bore you guys this early in the day, but I mean, that's important information for everyone. All right, so let's get to the update. Obviously, I'm going to start with CONY first because they're the ones that started this crap. All right, so synthetic 195, what do we got going on? 40 days away. Oh my God, 24% away. Again, whew. Hopefully it's 40 days away. We got time to recover. They just have been taking a massive, massive beating, and it's a very unfortunate. But I did add that their next earnings is estimated to be around October 31st, or Halloween. So we'll see how that plays out. All right. So if we go to the September tab, what do we got going on for this week? Well, let me get it all on one screen. So I boxed it out, and let me be honest, guys, if this is like a trend with these freaking funds, there's no way I'm going to be able to cover all four anymore because this is way too much work. It's just going to become insanity. I don't even know if I should group these how I am or if I should consider this another bucket. But right now, what I'm doing is, so if you look at row 11, they have 12,100 contracts. They sold a call, right? No, this is nothing new, 175. This is 18% out of the money, all right? They got a premium, 218 per share. So the other part of it, right? They bought a call. This cost them 89 cents per share, all right? This is the credit call spread. And the credit call spread will have the same contracts, same expiration, not same strike. The strike will be above the strike of the sell call. So you see the 89 cent, that's going to eat away at, the premium that we bring in. But the idea is if coin decides to go not, above 175, way above 175, maybe to 190, then we can profit. But the gap between 175 and 185, that's pretty big. So, and the likelihood, that's 25% away in a 1 week. That's the worst credit call spread I think I've ever seen. And I don't even know credit call spreads. I don't do them. I've never read about them. I'm just aware of them. So it's like, I don't know if, again, I know nothing really. I've never tried them, but this is the dumbest one I've ever seen. And I guess maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong, but this is horrible. Like, how are they saying that coin is going to go above 185? Like, if it goes above 175, which is 18% away, they're saying, it's probably going to go above 185. Like, I don't know. This just seems so stupid. I think the problem is it costs so much damn money. That cost them freaking 89 cents. What a waste of money that was. Like, so what if they went even closer? What if they bought a call at 180? Yeah, man, this is not, I don't know. I really don't know. And then if you look at the costs, like they made 2.6 million in premium, and then the debit was 1 million. So again, this is going to eat away at the premium. And I would expect it. I don't know this. Again, I may have to reread the prospectus. This prospectus popped up on me this morning, but I would expect they're going to net this against whatever they pay us in the weekly premium. If not, obviously, then they'll this. I don't know, unless they're going to consider these calls a separate bucket. But look, they took away a mil from that, a whole mil. And let's look at the others. All right, so they got 5,000 contracts, 167.50 strike price, 13.67% out of the money. They purchased the call, 177.50 strike, again $10 up, 20% out of the money, 55 cents. So again, eating away at the premium. And then 16,505 contracts. This is a 160 strike price, 8.59% out of the money. All right, so. Again, they chose $10 as the freaking magic number. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, so you see, in the end, these cost what? 1 million, 1.2 million, about $2.5 million. That's a lot of money. So for the potential of the impossible, right? Are any of these possible? I mean, the lowest one is 15% out of the money. So again, they have to, although they're selling calls so far out of the money as it is, I don't even think they needed them this week, to be honest. Yes, coin could recover, and coin could recover fast. So could it recover at 30% in 1 week? I don't know, man. I don't know. But this is it. This is the strategy. And yeah, I don't know how to track it. This is how I'm tracking it for now. But I'll have to find out if I should create a separate bucket. But like I said, this is going to create a major pain in the ass for me. So I'm going to have to drop CONY, if anything. Anyway, enough of that. Quick recap. 30-day IV is 74%. Outstanding shares 41.8 mil. Net income 4.1 mil. Distribution 10 cents. Daily income 2 cents a day. Daily yield 0.22%. Annualized yield 80%. So again, annualized yield, again, this open cost, this obviously goes into the profit loss bucket, which goes down here, which shows 12.4, which obviously I deduct out anything that, if you look at the formula, I have to subtract out anything that had a contract but had a part from the prior month. And that's where we stand. Reaction, nothing really, just sharing their product. This is Coinbase. Here we are. Let's do this. Now, they have a synthetic loss, 6.8. And we talked about short call income. It's 10 cents a share. I did add the 2 days for the weekend, so the Rodometer will show now 70 cents, which is a 74% yield. If you take that, oh man, it's right on the money with the freaking IV. Wow. All right, nothing really. We talked about holdings the other day. Here they are. Here's the spreads for freaking disaster. And then, total net assets 474 mil. The NAV 1134, trade price 1134. All right, I went a little detailed in CONY because they're the ones with the credit call spreads, but let's speed this up. All right, MSTY has a 139 synthetic, 40 days away. This is good. Their next earnings estimated to be 1029, but we'll see. It may change. If it does change, please let me know. Some of you guys told me a little late last time. I know it's my job, but still, if you guys can help, that's appreciated. So where do we stand for the week? 33,815 contracts, 132 strike price, 15.49% out of the money. Pretty good spot to be in. Again, MSTR got its butt whooped last week. It's been getting beat up. 15%. Can they break through that? Who knows? All right, so reaction. Here, I looked up a MSTR product. This is all I could think of, Bitcoin. Anyway, so payment information. Yeah, I guess my voice is just going to get worse and worse, but hopefully I'm still able to talk without it sounding horrible. Synthetic loss, 3.6 mil. Short call income, 8.8 mil. That comes to 41 cents a share. So that comes to 285. I did have the 2 days from the weekend. It's still 285, 179% yield. Obviously unrealistic. 90% IV would make it a $1.43 payment. Not going to cover the holdings again, but they're at 1903 NAV. Trade price 1907. So let's move on to NVDY. NVIDIA has a 116 synthetic, 11% away, expires in 12 days, so they're going to lose money on this one, most likely, but we'll see what happens. Then they have a 109 that expires in 40 days, so they'll probably move what they have into the 109. Their next earnings is estimated to be November 26th. We'll see. All right, so what do they got heading into this week? Oh, almost fit perfect. They got, two strike prices. 2,400 contracts, 115 strike, 11.84% out of the money. And then 84,540 contracts, 14.74% out of the money. Again, I like it. Pretty good. There's a product, NVDY, GeForce, little chip right there. Don't know what it does, but it looks impressive. All right, payment information, synthetic income is a loss. Okay, 28.5 mil. Nothing on the short call weeklies because, again, if you go back here, these were executed, September 3rd and the 4th. So that counted into the prior month. So we'll get some income. Don't worry. Right now, obviously, the Rotomator says you ain't getting crap. IV alone looks like 98 cents. So we'll see how this plays out. NAV 2093, trade price 2096. Okay. TSLY. All right, credit call spreads, good for TSLY, my opinion. I noticed, by the way, there is no defensive measure now. It's just a bull, basically a complete bull play, right? So are they going to add now a defensive measure at some point to eat away at more of the premium? I don't know. We'll see what they do with this, man. If it just becomes obnoxious and it's eating at our premium, then I don't know, man. I got to think about this. I got to talk to you guys about it. I'm going to hear some opinions from you guys. What do you guys think? All right, before that, let me finish TSLY. 225 synthetic expires in 68 days. Wow. 68 days. Yeah, what are we in? We're in September. Wow. We got a synthetic 230, 68 days. I like it. So we definitely don't need to talk about that. All right, so what do they got into this week? Yeah, see how this freaking mess. What a mess. Reminding myself of last week's mess. All right, they got 2 strike prices, 1,315 contracts, 230 strike, 9.14% out of the money. And then they got about 30,000 contracts, 242.50 strike price, 15% out of the money. So plenty of room to grow for this week. We're ready. We're ready to capture some upside. There's your product. What do you guys think? Is that a beauty? I don't know, man. I don't think it's that bad. I wouldn't buy it, honestly. I'm not going to buy any Tesla because I don't want a freaking battery car, to be honest. I don't want to deal with it, but they are pretty damn good looking cars. I mean, this one, I'm not going to say it's pretty damn good looking, but the other Teslas, like the cars, I think they look really nice. And they just seem made like really good. All right, synthetic income for September, 44 mil. Short call income or short call loss, 41 mil. So that's a total net income of 2.9 mil. Comes to about 6 cents per share. Obviously, the short call income is a negative, so we can't really use that. The IV shows a 59%, which is 60 cents. The NAV is 12.18 and the trade price is 12.17 for TSLY. So that's it. I went through all 4, right? CONY, MSTY, NVDY, TSLY. I know this whole video was consumed with freaking credits call spreads, which is not something I wanted to talk about, but here we are. All right, so pre-market, this is as of 5:27 a.m. We are up by 2.1%. It's at 215.16. By the way, credit to Market Watch. Obviously I use them for this. That's it. I don't really use, well, sometimes I look at quick articles for the video, but that's it. If you have a better source, guys, please let me know. Again, this is the best one that I could pull up every single fund and go through them really quickly. TSLY is up 2.22%. It's at 12.44. NVIDIA is up 1.42%. It's at 104.29. NVIDY is up 1.29%. It's at 21.23. Coin is up 3.373%. Thank God. So maybe they'll recover. It's at 152.84. CONY is up 3.17%. It's at 11.70. God, it's at 11. What a horrible. MicroStrategy, it's up 4.46%. It's at 119.40. MSTY is up 3.51%. It's at 19.74. TSLY is up 4.24%. It's at 9.59. I have, in case you didn't follow my options journey, I have 300 shares now of TSLY. Average cost basis $9.70. I am more than prepared to sell calls at $10 this week, $10 strike price, which will give me a pretty damn good premium. To be honest, I was hoping the market would be green. If it was red, I was ready, but green is better in my opinion for this week. We just getting killed. All right, TNA is up 0.97%. That's not much, but I'll take it. It's at 37.41. AMDY is up 1.68%. It's at 12.71. AMZY is up 0.55%. It's at 18.41. Bitcoin is up 1.83%. That ain't much. It's at 55,336. BitX, that I like. BitX is up 7.28%. It's at 2270. This one I have I got 300 shares on this one too. So they're at 2270 in the pre-market. What's my options? What's my average cost basis? If I go to BitX wheel, my average cost basis is 2367. It's at 2270. Man, this is going to be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell calls basically at $24 above my cost basis, and I'm probably going to get a pretty damn good premium. I could sell it, of course, further out of the money and collect further upside. It's up to, it all depends. We'll see. So anyway, that's the update of everything. The freaking prospectus credit call spreads, where we stand heading into the week, the pre-market data. But yeah, more importantly, what do you guys think of this change to this perspective? It's dated September 6th, which I believe was Friday. So it literally just happened. To be honest, it says opportunistically, and I really hope that's how they use it. I don't want to see it all the time. Obviously the market was disgusting last week. So the fact that they used it on coin, maybe it's a good strategy. I just think they went a little far out of the money, to be honest. And it cost them a lot of money. I don't know. I just see the moves they made as a waste of money personally. At least the most current ones. I could be wrong though. Again, I'm not a credit call spread expert here, but for those of you that use credit call spreads, what do you guys think? Is this what you signed up for? It's not really what we signed up for originally, but now we'll see. If they don't count this against, if they're still going to pay us what they make in options premium from just selling calls, then this will just eat away further, obviously, at the the fund, because it'll just go towards the loss bucket, further. But again, I need to get clarity on that. If you guys saw something in the prospectus, let me know. If not, I'll have to see if I can find anything. But it sounds like I don't know. They're not going to pay the monstrous yield as much if that they let that eat away, because currently I'm netting it against the weekly call income because it's a weekly play. So I'm not really, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. If I had to pick, I would, it's on them. So now they basically, it's no longer robotic. This fund was a robotic play. They basically go out of the money based on their IV, and that was it. There was no strategy, no timing the market. Now they will use the credit call spread when they think the market is going to do something. So now we are relying on them to essentially time the market, see what the market is going to do. So again, I'm not really sure how I feel about that on certain ones here, but we'll see. I'm not going to jump to conclusions, but let me get your thoughts from you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, if you think it's a good strategy or not. Again, I don't, the upside cap, it was always an issue, of course, on TSLY. So if anything, yes, I think this is awesome for TSLY. For the other ones, I don't really see a benefit. So hopefully they don't use it too much, unless if it's obvious. I don't know. Again, I'm kind of a little hesitant to say anything until I see how they use it. The first example of how they used it was stupid. That's just my opinion. Look, the terrible strikes. But We'll see, guys. We'll see. Anyway, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. If not, we will try again tomorrow. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. And like I said, leave in the comments below what you guys think. All right, guys. Today is freaking Monday. And we need a keyword. And I guess we could say freaking credit call spreads, right? And why not, right? Freaking credit call spreads. That's a big word. Freaking spreads. That one might be easier. Anyway, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, all you have to do is type in the comments, freaking credit call spreads or freaking prospectus or freaking. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Let me post this. I'm sure my voice is getting more and more annoying the longer the video goes. And it's Monday. Great day. Hooray. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week. I will talk to you tomorrow. Later.